How to save for retirement at 60. The most recent 30 years have seen one generation and perhaps now a second develop what my parents used to christen champagne taste on a beer budget as luxurious wants began to take the place of bona fide needs. Rather than saving to buy a house, it was done with no money down instead of driving a car within the family means and budget. Extended financing permitted for longer loan terms and leasing, and when saving funds away for that proverbial rainy day should have been priority one, many opted instead for vacations, designer clothing, lavish meals, and spending with little or no forethought to the future. Credit cards were maxed out and home equity was drained until one day factors beyond their control cried out no mas. As hundreds of corporations, financial markets, and banking institutions crumbled while the few economic survivors tightened their coffers and trimmed the fat. Almost overnight, job security was eliminated, pensions and retirement accounts vanished, and buying with credit became tougher than 8 seconds on a Brahma Bull. Yes, we may want to point our fingers at the banks or the government or the car makers, but the reality of our demise is great and impatience that spurred the attitude of immediate gratification and instilled us with a sense of entitlement for the American dream before we had truly paid the price. And while scores of Americans did not give in to this attitude of abundance, the fallout has been felt by all, with few if any escaping unscathed. For many, it is time to start over from the bottom up, and unfortunately for many employees, pensions have become all but extinct and the individual must assume the responsibility for their own retirement account. The hazard here is that most are not equipped with the financial awareness needed to adequately plan and manage this task. Add to this the detail that financial products have greatly increased in complexity, and the average American finds themselves rowing upstream without a paddle. For these individuals, proper guidance and planning is necessary to get back on the right track and regain some vision for the future. Working with the proper financial advisor to firmly map out a wealth management plan is step one in the progression. Adhering to a budget, clearly defining wants versus needs, paying off debt, and structuring a retirement portfolio are essential. We're probably talking about baby boomers and those approaching retirement in this category, and for you, shielding your assets and avoiding any would-be future market slides is clearly the best strategy. You've seen now how staying the straight and narrow course doesn't defend you fully when the world surrounding you is crashing, but active portfolio management with an experienced financial planner helps you to avoid the bottoms of the market's peaks and valleys. Statistics attest that in the past 25 years, avoiding the worst days in the market are a great deal more important than catching the best days. Since buy and hold doesn't help you to miss these black market days, active portfolio management with a qualified professional will frequently outperform the indexes. Regardless of your current situation, you can still realize the American dream and establish a bright future and comfortable retirement. The key will be receiving the right investment guidance from the right people and then having the right attitude.